As news breaks, people don't let events pass without giving their comment or reactions.
When the problem arises in society, these are the people that you'll be consulting.
To cleanse the corruption in society, we are not to provide information for good life and also security of life and property in this country.
The academic society have the loudest voice on this platform.
Whether you call it a sovereign national conference or a national conference, it's about the people of Nigeria.
There should be a change in power.
In any way they can do it.
I think there's a script already.
Every Tuesday at 8:45 p.m. on this station. From the Ivory Tower, a must-watch for the learning minds.
Hello and welcome to yet another exciting episode of From the Ivory Tower. My name is Omotayo Alo. I hope you enjoyed all we brought to you last time, because this week you'd live to tell the good testimony. But before I go to the discussion segment where we all enjoyed together, the students actually have one or two things to say on some of the national issues we'll be discussing today. So just sit back, relax, hear what the students have to say, and I'll be right back.
When people feel they are well taken care of, that there is justice in the system, there will be less crisis for the government to tackle.
If someone that stole a rat or a goat should go to jail, why should he not go to jail? The law is above any person in the society.
I think part of the challenges we've had in Nigeria over time is because of the fact that certain things have not been happening the way it should. Wherein you find political office holders doing certain things in the way they want, and nobody is saying anything about it. So if they are being impeached, I think that's the way it's supposed to be.
If Buhari should tackle the problem of unemployment, it will solve a whole lot of other problems. Insurgency will cease, corruption will go, and so many other things.
Okay, you've heard the students speak. Now let's see what the lecturer have to say on some of the issues we'll be discussing today. Stay tuned.
As news breaks, people don't let events pass without giving their comment or reactions.
When the problem arises in society, these are the people that you'll be consulting.
To cleanse the corruption in society, we are not to provide information for good life and also security of life and property in this country.
The academic society have the loudest voice on this platform.
Whether you call it a sovereign national conference or a national conference, it's about the people of Nigeria.
There should be a change in power.
In any way they can do it.
I think there's a script already.
Every Tuesday at 8:45 p.m. on this station. From the Ivory Tower, a must-watch for the learning minds.
Thanks for joining me in today's discussion segment of From the Ivory Tower. And I'm joined here by Dr. Sunday Olorunfela. It's nice having you on the program.
You're welcome.
Good day. Now let's kick straight. Firstly, let's talk about the elections. Elections have come and gone. And what we saw before the election was a lot of involvement by Nigerians. That is, Nigerians were keenly involved in this last election. But now elections are over, and now the popular candidates got the people's mandate. So for you, what should Nigerians be doing now after the elections?
Well, I think Nigerians should be, first of all, Nigerians should be happy that they are able to elect the person they decided to elect, and the best thing to be doing now is to be praying for a successful transition program, and to pray for good health for our president-elect, and for God to give him the wisdom and to govern us well.
Yeah. Now, on what Nigerians should be doing, you know, you talked about praying, but what we can see today is a group of trekkers. That is, you hear today somebody is going by feet to Abuja, or the other person is going to Dara to greet the president-elect. For you, what do you make of Nigerians trekking to congratulate the president-elect? Should that really be what they should be doing now?
Well, for that category of people, I think that's the only way they feel they can show that they are happy that the person they had wanted to rule in Nigeria has been eventually elected. People like us, people like me, have voted for Buhari 3 times. This is my 3rd time of voting for Buhari. So, but I cannot trek. So, but I'm still very happy. So, as far as they are concerned, that's the only way they feel they can show their own gratitude to God and also to appreciate the president-elect.
Okay, thank you. Now, as it is, now that we have a new administration, you know, the PDP has actually ruled Nigeria for 16 years. And so this winning party is actually coming to fit into a very big shoe. And Nigerians are troubled. And why is that? Because there is a lot happening now. You hear of fuel scarcity just at the tail end of this administration. You hear of no electricity supply, unemployment, workers are angry as a result of unpaid salaries. So for you, you think this myriads of problems, you think it should really be happening now?
Well, we don't deserve it based on what God has given us in this country. This is a prosperous country, you know, based on the type of resources that God has given us, both mineral and even human resources. But this is where we have found ourselves. There's nothing we can do about it, and we cannot run away from it. The only thing is to be thinking of how to solve the problems. And the incoming administration, I believe that they are Nigerians, so they know the problems, and I'm sure they will do everything possible to make sure that they really make sure that they really solve some of these problems that people are facing now.
Okay, now amongst this problem is electricity, and this is something that has troubled Nigeria for, it didn't just start yesterday, it didn't just start last.
Started with even Obasanjo's regime.
Obasanjo's regime. How can we really overcome this problem of electricity?
Well, I think in their own wisdom, they have privatized certain aspect of the electricity, and that distribution and generation, but no distribution. But still, it is to me, although I'm not an expert in that area, it is curious to me that when you are involving private people, I think you should involve people that you feel that can deliver. And when you involve them and at the same time you give them loan again, I think it speaks volumes. I don't really know, I don't understand the wisdom, because we witnessed the privatization, the democratization of the communication system. But I don't know whether federal government, whether they ask banks to give loan to Glo or MTN, or I don't know of that one. But I don't know why that one is happening in this electricity sector. So they are the one that knows best. As I've said, I'm not an expert in that area, but I know that if you ask people to come, you believe that these people to come and participate in business, you believe that, well, as government we cannot solve this problem, let people, private individuals who can handle it come. And when they came now and they cannot perform, I think they are still, something is wrong somewhere.
Okay. And now the outgoing president made a statement recently that he is aware that he himself and some of his aides would face some persecution as they bow out of office from May 29. What do you make of such statements?
Oh, it's normal now. Persecution, that is, but to me, they will face persecution. They will be asked to account for certain things. It's normal. If new administration comes, if they are not sure of the way you did certain things when you are there, he should ask you to come and explain. If that is what he's calling persecution, well, so be it, but it's normal. And as far as I'm concerned, if they don't have any skeleton in their cupboard, they shouldn't be afraid of being asked to account for what they have done while they are in office.
Okay. So you feel it should? Are you saying such a statement is not necessary at this time?
He doesn't need to make such a statement if he's sure that they have done well. He doesn't need to make such a statement. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, before we go on this quick short break, I just want you to react to the recent spree of impeachment that is ongoing in the country. What do you make of the impeachment that is going? Impeachment of lawmakers, impeachment of aides, or sack of aides and stuff. What do you make of such coming at this critical time in the Nigerian polity?
I believe that impeachment, in terms of impeachment, I'm not in politics and I'm not in political science department, so I will not be able to say much about impeachment. But sacking of it, when they are no more relevant and maybe they don't have money to pay, they are having problems. And maybe even the governor himself want to conserve some money. So the best thing is to ask some people to pay. Or maybe they believe that it did not work for them. That one. But I cannot, because I even realize, even in Kwara State, the man has also relieved his political aides of their appointment. So I think, I don't know, maybe it's the normal thing for them to do. I really don't know. But I'm just saying, I'm just guessing.
Okay, so if the sack of aides, probably the boss has the right to relieve his workers of their duties. How about the impeachment? How constitutional are those impeachments? How constitutional?
Well, if they have reasons to impeach, let them impeach. But coming at the tail end of an administration, I think it's unnecessary. I don't think that such impeachment is unnecessary. I don't know. Maybe the only thing the only effect it will have on them, those impeachments, maybe in future if they want to contest for, they will say you have been impeached. If not, I think why should they wait till this time before they carry out the process of impeachment? If they really had genuine reason to impeach.
All right, thank you. We just want to go on this quick short break. The program is still from the Ivory Tower. Do join us after this break. We'll be right back.
Core TV News, expanding your view.
Thanks for still staying with us on the program from the Ivory Tower. It's a program where you have the opportunity to learn a lot from academics, comment on issues of national interest. And my guest for today is a senior lecturer in the Department of Mass Communication, University of Lagos. So, Dr. Olorunsola Sunday, you mentioned earlier that you actually voted for Buhari 3 times, and now you are excited that he won. What informs such strong belief in the candidature of Buhari?
It's because number one, I believe that one of our problems in this country is indiscipline. And I really want somebody that can instill that value, discipline in us. And I believe Buhari's administration will be able to do that one. Either talk about it's a democratic dispensation. He may not be able to do the way he did when he was a military president. That will not, as far as I'm concerned, I know that, when there are certain things that are inborn in you, some of you, those are innate in you that you cannot do away with them. Even whether you find yourself in another environment, you will still make sure that those things you maintain them. So I see Buhari as somebody who can instill discipline. That's number one. And I've seen Buhari as somebody who is not corrupt. So I believe strongly in him. Though I'm not close to him, but I believe strongly in him that with Buhari, corruption will be, if not totally eradicated, but it will be reduced.
Okay, so that is the word from a strong believer of Buhari.
Yes.
Okay, let's pray and hope that such would actually come to fulfillment.
Yeah.
But while
a lot of people actually believe in the Buhari administration. Others will say that even if Buhari has so much will to change Nigeria, are Nigerians really ready to give him the support? He really needs to be successful as a leader. So what should Nigerians be doing now to make him a successful president?
Again, pray for him, then let us support him. I strongly believe that leadership matters in every sector, in every area. If this is your office, if this is your company, and you come back and you resume 7 a.m., no worker of yours will come at 7:30. But by the time they know that you won't come to office until 11 a.m., by 9 a.m., some will still be at the bus stop. So if we have a leader, when I was during his military regime, I was coming from Sokoto in my NYC year. I was coming from Sokoto. I bought a can Coke. I drank it, but I could not throw away the can Coke until I got to Kaduna, because I was not just say, if I throw this name, somebody will say, why did you do it? Because of the war against indiscipline then, But you see nowadays, somebody will just anything. Yeah, you just look at our environment, the litter. Only God is keeping us from all these diseases like cholera and something. You even see where people are selling food and see the dirty areas and everything littered with even feces. Everything, this is very, very, very annoying.
But do you think Buhari in a democratic system will be able to enforce all of those things?
He will enforce it. If he starts it, the most important thing is start it, says that this is what you want, then take it to the National Assembly. It's not that he will not rule with decree, but take it to National Assembly. And by the time he talks to his executive, this thing we are talking about is, okay, now we are on queue. Somebody come, and vie away from the queue and face the oncoming traffic. By the time you see some of the time you will see, when they see police escort going, 1, 2, 3, 4, some people will just realize that, no, they are no more coming. They will join the queue. But by the time you see that the executive, they are disciplining, you yourself, you will check yourself.
Okay, now you just succeeded in giving us the expectations of a Buhari-led administration. So as a round-off now, what's your parting words to our audience out there who are keenly listening to all of what you have to say today?
Well, then, don't expect miracle. Miracle belongs to God. But let's cooperate with the incoming administration. Don't let us join those who have already have negative perception of the man. So let us join them and support them so that we can move this country forward. People like us, we don't have any other place to go. I learned that some people travel because of election. They came back, they met us. Thank God we are not consumed. But some people like us that we don't even have, even when we have a passport, we don't have the money to keep myself, my children abroad for 1 week. So this is our country. Let us build it together.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Lawrence Olasade. It was nice speaking with you. And we hope you're welcome next time when we go.
Well, we could go on that discussion segment because Dr. Lawrence Ola appeals to me like a strong believer of this current administration. And as Nigerians, we could just wait and see the true dividend of a democratic system, and of course see if the mandate we chose as Nigerians would actually play out good for each and every one of us. But we do not go on from the Ivory Tower until we share some quotes with you. So this is what we have for you today. Well, it's time to call it a wrap on today's episode of From the Ivory Tower. Sincerely, I know you enjoyed it. Yes, you did enjoy all of what we brought to you today. Well, do well to join me next time for something fresh, interesting, educative, and of course, intellectually challenging. So I'll just leave you with this. The question is, what would you rather do when you are not afraid? You want to start up a business and you're afraid of money or afraid of where to get the big office space you really want to get. It actually starts from your mind. Think big in your mind, go out for it, and you won't know what the sky is just the starting point. My name remains Omotayo Alo. Thanks for joining me. Do well to join me next time.